with nails in my head. After a long-winded shortness of breath and a 1,000-yard stare into the bleeding west, the time eventually comes to evaluate where you've been. If it isn't pretty, the process is anything but easy. There are days when it is an impossible feat just to leave your room, no longer drunk on the hope that found its way into you through a pint glass the night before. Shit written into some version of yourself after midnight and before the cold death of sleep sometimes comes out of the mouth and fingertips of an alter ego actively trying to sabotage the only path you have left. And she doesn't know that's what happened. She doesn't know anything other than that version that slipped from the corner of your momentary blindness. Only you can fit together the pieces from scraps of paper in your pocket, fragmented memory that coffee frees from whatever crevice it fell folded into. Whatever brave stupidity emerges from the intoxicated growth on your right shoulder, there is no telling what will happen when you lose control and it takes you over. Most days I am Whitnail, bitter and perturbed, convicted in my words, drinking lighter fluid straight from the can before vomiting unapologetically into someone else's shoes. No perfumed ponce, but a coward I am. But then, when certain nights creep in, I become Dennis Bagley, digging my fingernails into my shoulder deeply as the manic half of my split personality grows from a gouge I can't stop scratching, petrified by the words spitting from my lips as my crisis shatters what's left of my identity. That's when I drink glass after glass of beer darker than my own blood, scrawling fleeting things onto napkins and scraps of my own skin, handing them off to strangers unaware of exactly how deep the rabbit hole in my head really goes. If I knew myself, I would happily show them. But those are the breaks being an out-of-work actor trying to get ahead in a world that wants nothing more than to see you taking your last breath while sitting uncomfortably on the edge of a park bench. What a piece of work is the man who comes out of me when it seems there is nothing left to lose or run away from in a growing state of cultural depression. If you see me drinking alone while writing something down, do the world and yourself a much-needed favor, and run as fast as you can, or at the very least ignore me as I transform into yet another version of myself in the great fog that keeps us all worried and wondering what the next phase holds for anyone. Whatever I become may be dangerous for a few hours, regardless of what I'll wake up and find next to my face in the mirror the next morning. If it's you, consider this fair warning.